Okay, let's see what we got here. Alright. So, this video is about... Oh, this is just for context. I'm trying to get into the flow of just constant creation so that I just have constant content to put out there. You know, sometimes you get inspired and then you make things and then you get out of that flow and then you don't have content to put out and then you just feel overwhelmed because you don't have content to put out. So if you have this process every day where you just do it, you just get it done, you just create, you just become this content machine for posterity, for the future, for your purpose and your mission and your vision and what your legacy is. That's part of why I'm doing this. So I have a smoothie. It is a banana, mango, durian smoothie with almond milk. It's delicious. For those of you that don't know what durian is, I believe it's considered the king of fruit, but it has a very distinct, potent smell, which does not resonate with everyone. So, but it's extremely creamy, and if you add it with mango and banana, it's pretty damn delicious. So today's video is, I have an idea on my phone which I've taken inspiration out of my day. How does a spiritual person cope with small talk? Or how does an INFJ cope with small talk? Or how does a spiritual INFJ cope with small talk? Because I don't know if there are any spiritual INFJs out there. I don't know if all INFJs are spiritual or if there are any INFJs out there that aren't spiritual. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna kind of break it down from both sides. So obviously we all kind of have a sense of what spiritual means. It could get woo-woo, but at the same time, at its most fundamental essence, we're talking about consciousness and the truth and the qualities of consciousness, the meaning of life, the meaning of existence. And for those of you that don't know what an INFJ is, it is a type of personality from Myers-Briggs personality assessment types. I don't even know if I said that right, but I've done the test, and I'm an INFJ, which, not to toot my own horn, but just to kind of give a general understanding for those of you that are watching who may not understand what an INFJ is, but it's a particular personality type. I think it's like 1%, probably less than, of the population, which kind of explains why I felt so weird. I've always thought I was different. I always felt different than other people. Always, just checking if my mic's on, always felt like I was a black sheep. And INFJs we're such a different creature because the way that we work is we operate through intuition, introverted intuition. So for me, what that means is I kind of transcend the material and am penetrating into the heart of reality, kind of seeing the big picture of things always. And so this is why I kind of felt I thought it would be interesting to talk about my perspective on small talk You know, when I go to work and people are talking about the coronavirus and, you know, things that are going on the news and what Trump is talking about and how his, you know, all of that like superficial stuff that I really don't give a fuck about. Not to say that I don't care about what's happening to people's lives and their health, but like small talk could be about the weather, could be like, you know, like, I don't know, celebrities or some shit. Like, that stuff doesn't really interest me. Like, I'm interested on who people are on the, you know, I want to see their soul. I want to see who and why they are. I want to touch a soul on that level. I want to love. I want to be. And so all of this talking and discussing opinions about actions and stuff like that, that stuff doesn't really turn me on. In fact, it makes me, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. It's not to say that I can't do it. I mean, I engage in small talk sometimes. Sometimes I'll just sit there and just not. But yeah, small talk is, for me, it's a waste of energy. It's like, okay, we're not really talking about anything meaningful, and so I'm literally not going to speak because I don't want to waste my energy. My life force. And being spiritual or having a kind of spiritual perspective just takes the INFJ experience to a different, a transcendent level. I feel like every spiritual master or enlightened mystic that was able to unplug from reality in, you know, like however radical a way, like yogis or people that were just so transcendent, I feel like those were all probably spiritual INFJs. They were able to intuit that there is a fundamental truth at the basis of reality, and that this world that we find ourselves so immersed and involved in is but an illusion. And I sense that as well, and yet I still have this I wouldn't say trouble, but I'm still, you know, doing my thing in the world. So yeah. So small talk, I don't really like talking unless I'm speaking truth, unless my words are pointing to or are used in a way to convey truth, to enlighten, to inspire, to uplift. Otherwise, if we're just talking, I'm not really gonna do that. Or if yeah, no. Unless I know you, or like I'm interested in getting to know you, or it's part of, I don't know, part of trying to get to know you, to establish some sort of common footing, to understand more of what you're about, to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel understood and seen. I'm all about creating a safe space. So I understand conversation does that, but if you really get to know me, I'm either doing this, like speaking to a camera, or I'm not really involved unless we're trying to grow together of some sort. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say, but yeah, small talk kind of hurts, and I'm just making these videos just to put it out there and kind of shed some light as to how I work, to connect to others. I wonder, if you're an INFJ and you're watching this, are you spiritual? And if you're not, I'm sure you can still, kind of find some resonance with what I'm saying and what I experience about, not wanting to waste your energy on unimportant shit. But yeah, so small talk. I do it to a very small extent. I like talking about big and deep things, and if you're ready for that, if anyone is ready for that, then I am a gateway to that. But if they're not ready for that and they just want to dwell on the surface level of existence, I don't bother wasting my energy. That's just the way I am. So yeah, that's what I suppose, that's how a spiritual INFJ copes with small talk. It's being introverted as well, there's also that tendency for these extroverted kind of activities to be draining. So just for me, this is kind of therapy, just to kind of speak my truth to whoever's listening, because most people aren't willing to dive that deep, or they think it's weird. So yeah. Anyways, that's the video for today. See you in the next one. If you want to, connect, you can follow me on Instagram. Check the links below. There's a Spiritual Mastery Facebook group. It's free. And if you want to dive deeper into the intuitive side of your being and really learn how to master your soul, your mind, your emotions, and your life, check out Alignment Academy. It's where I teach. It's my signature program. It takes everything that I've learned, condenses it into a framework that you can apply to your own life. And it's exciting. So if that sounds good to you, check it out. See you in the next one.